What is electrolysis of water? Electrolysis, as I told you, is a process of decomposition, of decomposition of electrolyte when the electricity is passed through it. This is known as electrolysis. So when we do the electrolysis of water, what we have to do is we take a plastic mug here. This is a plastic cup or a glass beaker, and we fill it with water. Now here, naturally, the liquid or the moist paste which we take here in the cup, this is known as electrolyte. So here our electrolyte is water. See, do understand these terms. These are very, very important. You should know whenever we are doing electrolysis, we do the electrolysis in the container, in the cup or in the beaker. So that is known as electrolytic cell. This is known as electrolytic cell. Okay, this is the apparatus in which we are having the electrodes and the electrolyte. Okay, so these things are very, very important, and for all the electrolysis process, what you should know is that what is the electrolyte taken and what are the electrodes taken. So here what we take is, we take some water and in this we add some salt, right? Rather we add some salt, pinch of salt or few drops of any acid like HCl or H2SO4. Now the question is that why do we add these substances, rather acid or salt, to make it conducting, okay, to make it conducting liquid. Now why that is so? Because maybe you have this question in your mind that water is also a conductor, so why to make it conducting again? Because then the reaction would be faster. Okay, water is a conductor, but we don't know how many salts it has, right? We take tap water here, right? But still we add few drops of acid to it or a pinch of salt to it so that it becomes conducting and the electricity can pass through it very easily. Okay, then what we do is we make two electrodes of carbon rods. These two are carbon rods. Now what you can do is you can break two cells, okay, two pencil cells. Naturally you will be using used ones, okay, don't take unused cells, otherwise your moms will right, you know what they will do with you. Okay, so you take used cells and break them and then take out the carbon rods from it, right? And then since carbon is a non-metal, that does not react easily with the electrodes, that does not react easily. Okay, so electrodes will not undergo any chemical change. So what do we do is, with one carbon rod we attach to the positive terminal of the battery, so this becomes our anode. Okay, and one carbon rod we attach with the negative terminal of the battery, so this becomes our cathode, right? And what we do is we make the connection, connect the electrodes, right, with 6-volt battery. This is our 6-volt battery. And now let us see what are the reactions occurring here. Connect the electrodes, okay, and then we will observe that at anode, let's see the reactions here at anode. Now naturally water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, right? And at anode oxygen gas is evolved and at cathode hydrogen gas is evolved. But what are the reactions? There are some reactions given in your book, but let me explain you through some different reactions which you have to note down. You have to note down these reactions. Later on in question answers, when I'll send you the question answers, I'll send you these reactions again. But if you are able to write right now, you can write down. See, initially what will happen is that H2O, this is water, right? So when we pass current through it, then it is going to dissociate into ions, 4H plus ions plus 2 O2 minus 2 oxide ions, 4H plus ions and 2 O2 minus ions. I have already written here a balanced equation so that the things are easy for you. Okay, so this is 2 water molecules. When we pass current through them, it will dissociate into ions, positive and negative ions. Naturally these hydrogen ions, where they are going to move is towards the negative electrode, that is cathode, and oxide ions are going to move towards anode. So what is the reaction at anode is that two oxide ions, two O2 minus ions, will lose 4 electrons. See, I told you that this is oxide ion which has already gained 2 electrons, okay, or we can say 2 into 2, 4 electrons. It has gained 4 electrons. So now when it loses these 4 electrons, then only it can become neutral. So this is your neutral oxygen, right? So at anode, oxygen gas is evolved. Okay, now what is the reaction at cathode? At cathode, 4 hydrogen ions. See, from where these 4 hydrogen have come is from here only. This reaction, these hydrogen ions are positive ions, so they will move towards cathode, and oxide ions are negative ions, so they will move towards anode. So at cathode, these 4 hydrogen ions are going to gain electrons, right? This has already lost 4 electrons, so now it will gain 4 electrons to become neutral. So this will become 2H2, right? So this is your hydrogen gas, and from here we can see that hydrogen gas, the volume of hydrogen gas is twice as that of oxygen gas. So what is the overall reaction? How do we write? Overall reaction is 2H2O gives 2H2 plus O2. This is your overall reaction for this electrolysis of water. Water molecules are going to divide into hydrogen and oxygen gas. Hydrogen gas is evolved at cathode, okay, and oxygen gas is evolved at anode. You will see the bubbles of oxygen, and see here at cathode you will see hydrogen. Bubbles of C means you can see the bubbles of the gas. Naturally you have to do the test to find out which one is hydrogen and which one is oxygen, but you can see that the gas produced at cathode is more, okay, it is twice in volume as compared to oxygen. So this is your oxygen at anode, okay. Otherwise also O2 minus, it's going to move towards here, okay, towards anode, and hydrogen ions are going to move towards cathode. So this is about electrolysis of water. When we pass electric current through water, it is going to dissociate into hydrogen and oxygen ions, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Okay, this is the overall reaction. 2H2O gives 2H2 plus O2.